Hello, fans. I hope you can hear us through the conference chatter here. My name is Chick Donovan, and we are here at this press conference at MSW Studios in Cleveland, Ohio. We found some breaking news about the thing. You know what? They wouldn't say it was good or bad, but a lot has been going on this past weekend when they found out it was when they found out about there was an outfit that was found at the time machine thing. And basically, right now, I'll tell you what, as soon as we get this crowd to die down here, 6 Killer will make his way to the conference room here. Alright, the crowd has died down, as 6 Killer has calmed them down. And now, I guess Bobby 6 Killer's on the stand here, and we're going to find out. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you what, we found a lot of stuff during the whole past weekend. We had other general managers threatening us. And it's like we've been doing the best we can to help them out. And I understand their pain and frustration. I mean, Red Rose has been a part of this family for a while. And now this whole thing, we found out a shocking revelation. Duke, I apologize. I know I did not realize that's your daughter, and I mean, I commend you for the years-long secret that you kept that a secret, because I know you didn't want to be accused of nepotism or anything like this in today's wrestling world. I mean, I'll tell you that much right now. I commend you. I commend your grandchildren too, Jade, Asia, and Jacob, for keeping us as patient as they can. And you know what? I gotta admit right now. Now, as we know, on Friday we found out there was news. The FBI and the agents cleaned up the time machine scene. Time machine's gone. Roy Rose is not here. A heck of a lot of people that used to be on the ECW roster is gone. And we thought that Joe Masker was here, but he's really not. I guess he must got sent back in that thing. There was only one person that's really remaining, because now we found out that the Chuck has faded out now since Chaz Foreman's back, courtesy of all this stuff. I swear to God, I am so sick of this time cop, time police bull crap and everything else. Excuse my bluntness, I apologize, but it's been putting a damper on a hell of a lot of people. But we found out, from what Django has told us at the scene, he says that, basically, I quote, Django, and I guess Hovis was along for the ride. I thank him for his support and everything. Basically, he said that there was a mask and a hoodie. And we don't know what the heck the whole situation was. I mean, there's a theory that maybe the person who took the time machine is basically could be the one that got in a time machine, took the stuff off, and just went ahead. But I guess today we found a crucial piece of evidence. I guess Jade Call got a letter in the mail today. And she's brought it down here to MSW headquarters. She's brought it down here to the FBI. And basically, I guess it was told, she read it and she was devastated. She wouldn't mention anything about it. And, I wouldn't blame her. I mean, this is family business. But right now I got the agent, Tamura Django here, the FBI agent. And I guess he said, let the FBI read. That's what it said on the letter. Do not, she said it said at the top, do not mention to the public. So, without further ado, here's FBI agent Tamura Django. uh, Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. And, I mean, Duke, I commend you. I mean, sometimes when somebody mention that somebody's their child, we've seen how the nepotism goes. Bill and Eric Watts, we've seen, of course, probably that Von Erich's even caught a lot of it down in Texas. The Rhodes kids, definitely. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, and I understand. I mean, you know what? I commend you. And I know people's been getting on their high horse as of late, and it's been turning a whole war of arguments and stuff like that. And you know, but right here, I have a letter. I have a letter that's been sent to Jay Call that was postmarked the night that the Time Machine and Red Rose went missing. And it's right here. We checked out the penmanship. Jade says it was her mother's writing. All right, let me get on to it. There's Jade. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope Andrew and Anthony's doing well. I hope Chris is doing well. It's been great to spend time with you. I have to tell you some news. I'm sorry, I'm not going to return back here tonight. I am going to go and do other things. I bought you ECW because I thought you wanted another chance at being in the general manager position, but you were talking about it's like you were talking about basically you love the nostalgia and everything, but you want to start this up from scratch. And I commend you for that. You know what, despite your problems you had in the past and everything, I am really proud of you. Grandpa Duke is proud of you. Asia and Jacob are proud of you, even though they're on the other sides of the fence and stuff like that. But I'll tell you what. I know when I bought the thing, I know there's been a couple of public complaints and stuff like that, and I'm actually surprised from people I thought I trusted very much. And I'll tell you what, let me, and and it says that also. She says that, so she has decided to. She says, so I have decided to do a favor, just to make Maxie happy, so he didn't take it out on anybody else. MSW, ECW, Duke, Bobby, everybody else. I have taken it upon myself to take back all the people that should not be here in the in this timeline and send them back to time. And well, Mr. Perch, you better sit down. This is a press conference. It's not a wrestling show. So sit your butt down. So, it continues on. She says that basically she has not liked this world as a weight. And she's admitted that it was hard to get back together with Max because she didn't feel secure enough to be anywhere in another relationship. She said she still feels a hurt from the loss of Joe. She's been dealing with it a little bit, little by little. She's trying to deal with it, and unfortunately, she says the state of today's world kind of like sucks. She says she remembers going to drive-ins, going to the malls, and everything else. She says, I returned back Steve, Dick, Terry, young Barry, Davey, Owen, Vader, Bam Bam, Luna, young Medusa. Basically, she's returned back most of the people that we know are not there right now in ECW. That we know that she goes on the list, and there's a whole list of people there. But here's the most important part we found out as I continue reading this. She says basically that she's not returned right now at the moment. And she says returning, that means she says that she is going back. She's going to take a vacation for a while. And it didn't say where. When it says, I'm taking a vacation back in time, I'm going to see what made the 80s so damn good. What's missing from this decade that was in the 80s that made it so great. She says the internet, the social media, and everything else has killed the sport, in a way. She says it revived it, but she says it's basically killed. She says it basically killed it more than it revived it. She says probably Max is going to take his. I'm going to guess if there's a betting line, Max is going to take his frustrations out on everybody that shouldn't be frustrated. And I'll tell you what, right now, she says, I want to know what it's like to go back to watching a drive-in movie again. I want to go back and find out what it's like to go to a mall again. I want to go back and find out what it's like to live in a great decade like the 80s that she saw, that her young self grew up in. And she goes on saying, Max, I still love you, but you need to stop being a stubborn grizzly bear. I love you and I love your daughter very much. She's like, with all my heart, it breaks me to do that decision, but you know what? She needed to, I need to go back in time and see what happened. She needed to go back, I needed to go back in time and see what was great. She's like, today there's chaos, there's disaster, there's no more movie theaters, there's disastrous stuff going on. I can't handle it. And she then goes on, she's saying that, you know what, Max? When I come back, and I will come back because I have the time machine. Malcolm Pengill is guilty of something. I took his time machine. He had it there, and I took it. I took the ball, and I ran with it, just to make you happy. And, of course, I know, Duke, Grandpa, you know what, Dad? I know you didn't never mention that I'm your daughter, and I'm glad you didn't. I'm proud of you doing that. Let me achieve on my own. Let me be the great athlete I have become today, the trailblazer. And thanks to you, I was able to just achieve, period. Thank you for putting that confidence, you and Mom. I hope you're doing well. I hope, you know what, don't get into many arguments with Max and stuff like that. Max is going to be speaking out frustration. I understand it to a sense, but he needs to learn to work with the people that basically help them out. And it goes on forth saying that, well, I guess she will be coming back, but when is going to be a question because she's put this right at the bottom. I will be coming back, and Max and Jade, you're going to be required to see me. You will be required to have dinner with me one night, and we're going to talk about a lot of stuff because you may need to sit down for quite a bit to hear about all the revelations that I did not realize was around. Love you all. Love you, Max. Love your daughter, Max. Love my children. Love you, Dad. Love you, Mom. Red Rose. Well, there you go right there. You heard it right there. So, Miss Rosalie Santoro Calloway Cruiser is right now looks like it's taking a trip to time. I find it hard to believe because I don't believe in this time machine bull crap. I'll tell you that much right now. You know, and I thank you all for being here. Malcolm Penkelly, we will have a warrant out there.